Hey, good morning. It's day 148 of Walk with Winston, and I'm coming to you from my second home here in Tampa, the Tampa International Airport. And today I wanted to talk about how the decisions we make set up, especially first thing in the morning, set us up for the day that we're going to experience. And I'll give you a very tangible example from a couple days ago. A couple days ago was my birthday. And it was, birthdays are a big thing in my family. At least I feel like they're a very important day because it's a day that I give myself permission to just enjoy life to the full. I typically don't work at my day job. I set up my day to be things that I really enjoy and are very special. And it's a very important day for me. So there's a number of traditions that we do in our family, and I've continued those, and they make the day super special. So one of the traditions, it's a funny tradition, my sister always sends me her leftover roses from Valentine's Day because it's about 3 to 4 weeks difference between Valentine's Day and my birthday. And she always sends me dead roses with my present. And it's you know, I said to a friend of mine a couple days ago, it wouldn't be a birthday if I didn't get dead roses. And it's just because it's one of those funny things that's become a tradition that I always get. And this year my sister included, she took the mantle of poetry that my dad was so skilled at for many years and still loves to write poetry. But my sister this year took on the mantle of sending me a beautiful poem along with my dead roses. Another family tradition or tradition that I have is I write a letter from my future self back to me on the next birthday. So think about it. So this year I wrote a letter for 2020 that I'll get on my next birthday, just to kind of recap the year that was. And it's a great brainstorming tool I use to speak faith into my future life, but then I get to read it a year later and see how it turned out. And the one thing this year that I incorporated into my birthday routine was something that set the whole day up to be the best birthday I've ever had. So after my devotional time, I spent 20 minutes in just this feeling of deep appreciation for everything that has changed in my life over the last year. And it was overwhelming. The feelings, the emotion that I had in terms of just the significant changes in my life over the last 12 months. And these are things that are not necessarily obvious on the outside and not necessarily obvious in my day-to-day life, but when I took 20 minutes to really dig into the feeling of appreciation for all these different people that are in my life over the last 12 months that are so very different than what I've had before, it made me appreciate the people I have had in my life for so long. So going back to the birthday, it was an amazing celebration because I set the intention of making that day a day of deep appreciation. Everything seemed magical to me. From the meals that I shared, the food that I ate, the friends that, I was really blessed in the morning to connect with 3 of my favorite people. My best friend here in Tampa, my best friend from college, my best friend from my day job, and my son, all 4 people that I connected with before 10:30 that morning. It was not intentional. I didn't really have a plan, and those things unfolded for me just in the first few hours of the morning. I ended up spoiling myself with a massage later in the day, and just the connections with people all day long made it a super special day. And as I woke yesterday, the day after my birthday, it was interesting to me to say, that was such a meaningful, special day. What can I do today to make, even though it's not my birthday, to make it as special a day as my birthday was? And it occurred to me, and maybe this is something, maybe we just hold out too much for special occasions to create this kind of intentionality in our life. But I just decided yesterday that I was going to make the day after my birthday just as special and meaningful as the day before. And it started with an intention of appreciation that I was, the reticular activating system, or RAS, is the part of our brain that when we focus on something, we see it everywhere. So I'll give you a practical example. You're in the market for a new car, and you start shopping, and you think, I'd really like a blue BMW SUV, and I've got one of those on my desk. I think it's kind of a fun dream to think about having and owning one of those. You know what happened yesterday? I saw two at the same intersection because I had trained my brain to be on the lookout for that. So I think the same thing's true with the intentionality we have for our daily life. And so I am on the lookout for moments of appreciation, and that's what made my birthday so special ultimately. In many ways, it was a regular day, but because I set the intent to look for moments of appreciation, I saw more and more of it. I drew more and more of it into my life. So my challenge for you today is, what intentionality can you put to this day to make your day absolutely amazing? And I would suggest to you that either gratitude, the emotion of gratitude, or the emotion of appreciation will put your brain on high alert to find those moments today. And notice when you do that, how you feel at the end of the day. I felt on top of the world the day of my birthday, and actually yesterday too. I felt so much freer, so much lighter, and so much had so much more joy in my life. We're not promised happiness, but we can find contentment and joy. And I think ultimately it begins with what we focus on, and also focusing on the right things. So that's my encouragement to you today. It may not be your birthday, but you can create the environment where it feels like just as special as your birthday or some other significant holiday in your life. With that, you guys have a great day. I'll talk to you again soon.